Alright, guys, so we may have some hope for the MMO genre after all at the last little bit here of 2025. And I'm even talking to my console MMO guys here on the channel. But it's just a bit confusing on what type of game this actually is. And I'm going to explain that here in the video. Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And guys, in today's video, I want to talk to y'all about where winds meet. However, if you want to stay updated on all things where winds meet, make sure you're liking today's video, subscribing to the channel if you're new, and let's go ahead and get on into today's topic. So, I was fortunate enough to get to play the Where Winds Meet PS5 closed test just a few months ago, and I really enjoyed it. I meant to make a video on it back then, but I was just really kind of confused on the type of game it is. Because when you start playing it, the game literally splits in half. And I kid you guys not. There is a screen that basically asks you, do you want to play it in single player mode or do you want to play it more so in like MMO mode? So I don't know exactly how to classify this. And it doesn't say MMO mode per se, but it literally makes it so it's more of a multiplayer social experience. I'm talking a world chat. I'm talking other players running around. I'm talking multiplayer dungeons and multiplayer bosses and stuff like that. This game has a lot to it, but it functions like a really deep single player RPG at the same time. And honestly, I think that's one of the cool things behind it. Like, for example, let me tell you guys how they describe the game and the stuff you can do in it. Sorry. Explore China's 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms period, where political intrigue, power struggles, and epic battles shape the course of history. From the bustling heart of the imperial capital to the hidden corners of the forgotten wilderness, every path is layered with secrets, sights, and stories waiting to be discovered. Here, freedom is yours, but every action has its weight. Cause chaos, defy the law, and face bounty's pursuit, and even time behind bars. Or walk a nobler path, befriend villagers, form alliances, and grow your reputation as a hero of the Wuxia world. It's a world torn by chaos. Become the spark that ignites charge and forge your legacy. Guys, the game is awesome. The graphics are gorgeous. The soundtrack is amazing. The character models are great. The combat is ooh boy, I can't wait to even talk to y'all about the combat. I think they have a description for that in here too. But this is probably some of the best action combat I have seen like in a MMO or multiplayer action RPG ever. Guys, I'm talking, like freaking, Skyforge, Black Desert, and Terra gotta run for their money with the kind of combat that this has. And I know using Skyforge's combat may be a bad example, but I'm just saying, I'm just thinking of MMOs with decent action combat. And let me read y'all their little excerpt on how they describe their combat. Build your fighting style to match your rhythm. Whether you thrive in the heart of melee, strike from afar, or move unseen in the shadows, choose how you engage and build a loadout that supports your playstyle. And that's right, guys. Open builds. They want you to play your character how you want to. There's no set roles or anything like that. Take control of fluid, responsive martial arts combat built in around quick, classic Wuxia weaponry, skills, and strategy. Wield weapons both familiar and legendary: sword, spear, dual blades, glaive, fan, and umbrella. Switch between weapons, bows, mystic, martial arts like Tachi to outmaneuver your enemies. Guys, I'm telling you, the dodging, the parrying, the quick blocks, and all the kinds of crazy stuff you can do in this game, it's insane. And the character creation, too, is just. Mwah. I'm telling you guys, it's an amazing title. But I just don't know if it's actually an MMO per se. Like, even some other creators that I've watched and stuff like that, a lot of them even describe it as like an MMO or an MMO light. But it's just hard to tell, what kind of game it is. So I'm personally going to say an MMO or like a multiplayer action RPG, but it definitely has a lot of, functions that just, that fill that MMO void. Like, I'll even put a few examples in the video description of gameplay that you guys can watch. Like I said, there's multiplayer dungeons, boss fights with crazy mechanics and stuff like that. Like, even if it's not an MMO per se, I guarantee you it'll quench that MMO thirst. And the game just, generally looks good. Like, if any of the games coming out, later on this year that are like, MMO-ish or action RPGs in that realm are going to succeed, I definitely think this one will be it. We won't be able to tell, until the game gets here, obviously, but it'll be free to play on PS5, PC, and mobile. And guys, I'm telling you, this is one you need to keep your eyes on that I'm really excited for. Like I said, I wish I recorded, some footage during the playtests I took earlier this year with PS5. I just didn't get around to it, so do forgive me for that. But I'm telling you guys, y'all are in for a serious treat. But anyway, y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like. Let me know if you're excited for Where Winds Meet. It'll be launching in November. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.